Greg, it is going to be a nightmare on November 8th. We can expect election challenges. We can expect lawsuits. They want to gum up this process as much as they can, especially if they're not winning some of these critical U.S. Senate races.
Absolutely, Roland, including the one there in Nevada where you see they have carpet bombed the airwaves trying to take out Catherine Mastro. Just had some friends return from Las Vegas, and they said they couldn't turn on the television without seeing that carpet bombing. This is the hillbilly horde. And you wrote a whole book about it, white fear, driven by white fear, driven by irrational behavior. The Harvard study you just mentioned around young people, 57% of the people polled said the Inflation Reduction Act benefited them. Well, if you understand that it benefited you, and you understand that the people you're propping up voted against it, what's so hard to understand? See, this is very simple, Roland. I mean, you're going to be sitting there in the studio covering this thing on the 8th of November. They're going to break it. And once they break it, it's not going to be put back together. Can we be very clear about this? The Supreme Court in Brazil, the Brazilian election is this Sunday, the runoff between a white nationalist backed by Steve Bannon and everybody else, and Lula da Silva, who is trying to expand the safety net. The Supreme Court of Brazil just made mostly Bolsonaro's people stop running disinformation campaigns. It's against the law in Brazil to run disinformation. In this country, it is the coin of the realm. These hillbillies actually believe that the election was stolen. These hillbillies actually believe that Democrats eat babies and pedophiles. These hillbillies will fight you, and they will say to your face, no, it was the Republicans that gave me the tax cuts and the benefits. You didn't even pay taxes, you hillbilly. They're going to break it. Please understand, this shouldn't be a race in Pennsylvania. Oz talking about immigration. Let's talk about immigration from Jersey, bruh. There shouldn't be an election in Wisconsin. Ron Johnson is a cold-blooded racist. There shouldn't be an election in Georgia with a brain-dead man holding up Killer Cop Toy Story 2 badges and paying for abortions every 2 weeks, with Lindsey Graham standing behind him today giggling while they crack another racist, sexist joke. There shouldn't be an election. When they break it, this is what's going to happen. Out of the ashes of this broken system, this minority rule electoral college, this Supreme Court that's been completely hijacked, that's getting ready to do everything from allow state legislatures to pick who's going to be the president of the United States, to throw out your ballot if you even show up to try to vote. When they break it, out of the ashes, the human beings in this place called United States of America are going to build something different. It doesn't mean the end of the people who live here, but it does mean the end of this rotten system. These hillbillies are going to break it. If you want it to stay in the way it's in now, you better go out and vote, because believe me, if you don't vote, that means you voted twice. That means you voted with them hillbillies voted. That means they didn't have to. Your vote didn't neutralize them, and that meant that the people you should have been voting for didn't get your vote. So if you don't vote, listen very carefully. If you don't vote, you voted twice. You voted twice.
Amen.
Get it or thick skulls, or get the strap. Y'all think I'm playing? When they break it, they got strapped. You sitting up here talking on wax studio gangsters rapping about it. Let's be very clear what their agenda is. They're going to take y'all black asses out.
If you don't preach.
Well, again, right. Again, people need to understand what is at stake. I mean, bottom line is we've been warning them. And so I don't want to hear people go, oh, my goodness, we didn't think this was going to happen. Hashtag, we tried to tell you. That's what we try to tell you. All right, folks, back to our Roland Mark Unfiltered video in just one moment.
This is our time, our moment to move forward, beyond the gun violence, the hospital closures, the unaffordable housing. Brian Kemp's Georgia for the wealthiest few. Stacey Abrams is looking out for every Georgian. She'll invest our $6 billion surplus in the fundamentals, education, healthcare, housing, and a good living. Putting more money in your pocket to build one Georgia where everyone has the freedom to thrive.
Folks, Black Star Network is here.
Oh, no punches!
I'm real revolutionary right now.
Support this man, Black Media. He makes sure that our stories are told.
Thank you for being the voice of Black America, Roland.
Stay black. I love y'all.
All momentum we have now, we have to keep this going.
The video looks phenomenal.
See, this difference between Black Star Network and black-owned media and something like CNN.
You can't be black-owned media and be scared.
It's time to be smart. Bring your eyeballs home.
You dig?